Hello, this is Pamela, the Stampin' Pink Rose, and this is a Stamping 101. This one focuses on your big shot. On the other video, you got introduced to the big shot. Now I want to show you exactly what all you could do with it, with embossing. Now this is not heat embossing, this is just regular embossing with an embossing folder. You will find heat embossing technique, the technique of doing that, over on the technique section of ideas and tutorials. So because this is a technique, I know, but it is a very basic and easy technique that as a new person, you won't find it hard to use. Okay, so now we've got our big shot here. I've got 2 plates scratched up, but that doesn't matter. I have got my multi-purpose platform, which normally you see it closed like this because if you're using it for a framelit, which is in another video. And then you have this here that you use for embossing. Okay, so now we have a whole series, and I brought out a few of them, a whole series of embossing folders. So the heart one is the one I'm going to use today. Then you've got this one that's like a hexagon. These are a little bit larger. And this one is a brick one. This is the woodlands one. And this is the sweater. Now the sweater one you do cut a little differently, because the sweater one you will not do a sandwich. Remember, a sandwich is putting 2 plates together. In that one, you will only put 1 plate on because it is a thicker one. Try to do it with 2, you're going to break your machine. So that one is a little bit different. Okay, so now I have a piece of red cardstock that I have cut to 4 by 5 1/4. And I'm just going to simply lay it in. Now, let's say, for instance, I didn't want it all the way up the whole thing. Then I would just simply move it down and put it where I want it and run it through, and it's going to run through fine. I want the whole thing, so I'm going to put it up there so that it's catching my design. Okay, and I just want to make sure it's straight. Then I will put it in, and I will crank it through. Now, it has slid, but it is still in the paper correct and straight. So let's do this. We'll just strictly crank it. That's all you have to do is crank. And now you have your heart. Now, you could decide to use this side and not the raised side. That's going to be your choice. And like on the woodlands, this one, a lot of us have been coloring it, and that will be on another video for you too, how you can color your embossing folder and get some color on these. And I definitely do it with the brick wall. Okay, so this is how you do this. Now I'm going to sit this down for a reason so you can see. So this is your one. Here's a completed card. Now you will find over under sketches, under the same spot, ideas and tutorials, you will find under sketches, you will find a sketch showing you exactly this kind of card to do it. Now I started out and tried putting the red on top, and I thought it blends too much in my paper, so I changed it to this. You can change things. I made this a Happy Valentine's Day card. Think about taking one of your floral ones and instead putting a flower here, or stamping a flower in the center of your circle. And by the way, this is the stitched framelits. So think about changing it. You could leave it as a circle. Put happy birthday. Then maybe here put a small flower. And change up your embossing folder. The sketches over there or just a way to get you started and giving you thinking of ways to change things, do things. You don't have to make them as identical. I could have taken this black strip and put it underneath the white, and I could have done that, even though my sketch showed me to do it on top. So this is the way to do embossing, but I do want to mention that because this came with a sketch, how you can help yourself on doing that. Okay, so this is Pamela the Stampin' Pink Rose with another Stampin' 101 on embossing folders. Find an embossing folder and start making a card and have lots of fun. The next one, I believe, will be on thinless and frameless, showing you how to use those with your Big Shot. Until we meet again, remember at my site, Stampin' Pink Rose, stamping ideas are always in bloom, so you can find wonderful ways to create projects. Take care.